This video on behavior is only fitting that I had to sequester myself in the basement to make the video rather than have my normal backdrop. You'll probably see me in a variety of places around the house doing live instruction, depending on our needs and depending on the needs of the people in the house. And that's a good way to start the video because I feel like there are things that you can't control, and sometimes setting is one of those things, and there's a list of things that we are well aware of on a daily basis, minute by minute, that we cannot control. And it's easy to focus on those things, but I think that if we keep circling back to the things that we can control, then our lives are going to be a lot smoother inside and outside of class, and especially in this unique scenario that we're in right now. I want to emphasize that the one thing that I think everyone can control is what they do. You can't control what other people do, but you can control what you do. And I boiled down all the class rules that you could think of that you've ever encountered, all the policies, everything. Rather than list all these things in my syllabus and in my classroom, I just rely on 4 values instead of a list of rules or behavior expectations. There are 4 things that you need to know and that I will also model and I expect of myself. The first thing is responsibility. I understand that not everybody is responsible all the time for all the things. That's fine, but you either are going to be responsible up front, or when you're not responsible for whatever reason, you take responsibility for that. So be responsible for yourself and be responsible for your work. Respect yourself enough and respect other people enough and respect just the system in place and respect the time we're in enough to trust the process. Respect the process of learning, and even if it requires you to jump outside your box or do things you don't want to do, or it is what it is. So having that respect for yourself and having the respect for the environment, whether that's virtually or whether that's a classroom environment, that's important. And it's going to be a big thing that I hope that you see modeled in the classroom, whether virtual or the actual classroom. Preparedness. So in order to be responsible and to be respectful, then you also have to be prepared. And that's physically prepared, that's mentally prepared. Just walking in saying, oh, we have a test today. It's just like those little things. As a teacher, you think it's not a big deal, but just as a teacher, it shows the teacher that you were not prepared. And you might not care about that, but that's a reality. And it might not be true, but that's a reality. Okay, so other people, we're all busy judging ourselves by our intentions, but we judge other people by their actions. And that's all we're going to have to go off of for each other. So making sure that you're responsible and respectful and prepared is going to go a long way. And the last thing and the most important thing in my mind is effort. Just try. We can't engage in the learning process if there's not effort on both sides. Okay, you just have to try. And it says give 100%. I'm not saying give your best 100% all the time, right? Sometimes we don't feel 100%. Okay, sometimes I operate at a lower than 100% because we're tired, we have things going on, we're stressed out. It happens. But giving 100% of what you got and putting more effort towards managing those things in a healthy way than you would put toward avoiding them, I think is it'll make a big difference. And maybe you don't believe that, but the more students that understand that responsibility, respect, preparedness, and effort all go together, and that they model that and they see me model that the easier this whole course is going to be. And that I say that every year. I mean, it's only more true in 2020.